Vivian speaking more about city life.
关注房子，关注城市，更关注生活。
I will see you every Wednesday night.
国际生活家直播采访秀 Vivian speaking， 每周3晚7点半，不见不散。
Good evening. This is Vivian speaking. Today it's my honor to have two friends being joining us, and one is guitarist Style, and he is a friend Mr. Huang. So, is that your first time to be in Tianjin?
Actually, it's my, I think, third time.
Okay. All right. So, but it's your first time to be on the live show, right?
Right.
Okay.
It's my first time.
Yeah. Okay. So today we talk about the classic guitar. So how about let's start with the music. All right.
Okay.
So could you tell us what's the name of this piece?
This piece just is called Hope.
Hope.
So it's very sweet piece.
Okay.
But it's actually transcribed by my friend in Beijing, Mr. Guo. Yeah. So first time when we met this piece, I fall in love with the piece. So very hope like everybody can enjoy the piece here.
OK， 那我们今天呢，我们采访的对象呢是冰岛的，就是吉他大师，他的名字叫 Thor，and 还有和他的好朋友黄老师然后呢，我们今天毕竟我们是在谈音乐，所以说我们从一首古典吉他的乐曲开始。OK，so let's start. Wow.
Thanks so much.
Yeah. So just a part of the song, right?
Yeah,
Right,
sure.
right.
First part.
Okay, so when I was listening, and I felt like it's a story. Okay, so when you play it, who you are thinking of, or some kind of image are you thinking of? I'm wondering when you play this song, because I'm just sit by you, and I can heard his breathing and very hard, and you can hear him exhale and inhale, right? So I was just wondering that you must put lots of emotion right into this music, not just playing it. So I just bump up this question. What are you thinking of?
It's a very good question.
Me too.
Yeah.
Didn't ever think about that.
Are you
Because
thinking
there are
about
many-
the same person? No. I don't think so.
Interesting that you mention emotion, because actually music is very like emotional language, if you will,
sure.
right? And it's like, you could say, colorful emotional language. So there may be many you could say almost abstract emotions, and many possible stories or scenarios from that.
Okay. What about you, Mr. Huang?
But actually, when I play, sometimes it's more like a mood. Like when I play some sad piece, I feel some sad mood just around me.
Yes. It's like we have.
Right. Sometimes even I play some piece that they make me cry. Maybe it's not actually a story in my mind. Maybe a picture. Maybe some part in the movie.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe I remember an old friend or something when I play. So I think when we play with the emotion, the audience will feel.
All right.
Absolutely.
Okay. So absolutely, that is a kind of I felt it's a kind of sad.
Right.
Can we say that? It's a kind of a sad atmosphere, it's around me when you're playing that song.
Yeah.
So do you have some, very exciting music? Maybe we did not prepare that. So
maybe later. I mean, the other, the milonga. It could be a different, different movement, a different character. It's still in minor. I mean, usually people regard minor tonality,
minor,
right, as the
it's
sad
小
one,
调.
right?
小调,
And
okay.
now you have the major.
Okay.
It's a little bright, right? The color becomes a little more
Yeah.
bright, right? So, but still within this,
Okay.
you can still have a little sad colored
even
major, or or even a kind of hopeful, or because there's so many many nuances of emotion,
And
right?
disappear.
Yeah, exactly. And we're like, I mean, musicians, we're like actors. Actually, we need to
Okay.
how to say, convey a lot of emotions with our music.
Yes.
So it's said that artists are very sensitive, emotional people, because we need to be this vulnerable
Okay.
on stage. Actually, we have to be.
So could you give us some examples of the songs of something very exciting now? You just played it now.
Can you play one piece like that?
Maybe you
Very
two
exciting.
do not need to mix it together. Maybe you can play the solo just a little bit. It's
Maybe-
I'm sorry, I just bump up this question.
Yeah, sure. Maybe, for example, but still, it's in minor key, but still.
Yeah. Wow.
For example, this piece,
Okay.
And
very
actually,
famous.
the second part, very sad.
Exactly.
And you can feel.
Very intimate,
Because they're
Yeah.
missing some people. They miss in the world,
Right.
and then
Exactly.
the story of them.
Chanting, single person chanting, right? Arabic chanting.
Right hand. Even cry
Exactly.
like that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
好, okay. So we just talk about the classic guitar, and we heard or we learned a little bit. 那么刚才呢，我们呢主要是听了两位大师给我们演奏了一下，就用古典吉他呢来演奏了音乐。那么它会有一些舒缓的，然后也有一些非常相对激昂一些的音乐。那同时我们会感觉到，不管是什么样的感觉，那么它会有一些感情，很多感情是融入在其中的。Okay, so let's move to the second part, and let's learn more about the classic guitar. So some very basic question. Okay, so what's the difference between the classic guitar and the normal guitar?
Okay, is it?
Normal guitar. Yeah, normal guitar meaning that would be acoustic guitar, right?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, that's also like almost a question. What is a normal guitar, right?
Folk guitar.
Folk guitar, yes, exactly. So folk guitar, I mean, you can see the shape, it's like 8 shaped, right? This is a very basic shape for a guitar, very iconic shape. Then you have different templates, different dimensions, different construction inside, right?
Yeah.
Materials, but mostly it should be the string material is different, right? That gives this different sound, distinct sound of the classical guitar. And then it's, of course, because of playing technique, the neck is a little bit more wide. And
I think that's all. That's all.
The basic, most prominent features. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I need to translate to
Yeah,
Chinese.
yeah.
好，So it's my Chinese time. 其实就是对于古典吉他和我们一般意义上的吉他的区别，主要就是首先他也刚才说了，外观有些不一样。就可能我们正常见到的吉他会比这个箱体更大一些。我们吉他的就更纤细一些，有点像女士一样。然后它的整个的构造在里面的我们看不到，但是在里面它会有一些音量结构也是不一样。可能民谣吉他是一个大时差，然后古典吉他是按照扇形或不同类型的排列的一些音量。然后他刚才也说了，指板会比较宽。因为我们在弹奏的时候可能需要一些大幅度的手指的移动。然后另外其实最重要的是音色的不一样。因为一般的吉他可能用的是钢弦。对，它可能用的是产生的音色是比较明亮的那种音色，然后延音也会比较长。古典吉他音色是相对来说比较饱满，比较圆润，所以你可以听到它音色是这样的。这是古典吉他音色，可能钢琴的音色会更清亮一些。一般意义上我们听到的一些，比如民谣歌手或者在乐队里面他们弹奏的，大概常见的是那种音色。对，有机会的话，观众其实可以对比一下。Finish.
Yeah, good. And for the classic, why it's called classic guitar? Does it mean it only plays classic music?
Very nice. Very nice question, right?
We can make crossover projects too, right?
Sure.
Like
We can play.
of course, right?
We can also play.
And
Yeah.
of course, but the sound will be according to the string material, the construction of the guitar will have this sound color, right? But we oftentimes, like in music history, we're always quoting from someone, right? There's also in all music history, all composers have done this, to borrow some material from other music style, because music has to reflect human life, which is variation and contrasts. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the point.
Yeah, exactly.
好，那我们刚才呢，就是提到两个哈，第一个是就是说最基本的一个问题，那可能也是为大家来问哈，就是说这个我们的普通的我们平常我们看到的吉他跟古典吉他的一个区别，那刚才洪老师已经做了一个基本的一个介绍，同时呢，我刚才也是问到了一个，就是说古典吉他是不是？因为提到古典吉他，那么我的第一个反应是古典吉他是不是它就是能更好的演绎这个古典的这个音乐？洪老师在这块能不能跟我们做一个解释？
其实我觉得刚才奥老师说得特别好，就是我们对于古典吉他，我觉得可能在开始翻译的时候存在一些小小的小误差。我觉得其实古典吉他如果只是弹奏古典音乐，就把它的演奏范围就局限了。他刚才也说，我们在不同时期都会有那个时候的流行音乐，或者流行的风格。然后就会有很多人借鉴，然后把它借鉴到古典吉他的作曲里面，或者古典音乐的作曲里面。其实现在也一样，我们古典吉他也可以弹很多，比如电影的音乐，或者是一些现代的作品改编的音乐，就它可能不是仅仅局限于我只能弹，比如说古典音乐时期的作品，或者巴洛克时期的作品，比如说弹巴赫改编的作品，或者弹比如说朱利亚尼那时候的话，卡卡西。古典或浪漫主义时期的舒伯特，也不是，其实只是好听的音乐。我觉得，如果只要它适合改编到吉他上，其实我们都会在吉他上做尝试。
好，那这样啊，让我们来听首完整的，好不好？
好，OK。希望我们两个弹，还是让他自己先弹一首？
我觉得可以两个人吧，
OK，
先两个人。
So we play another piece.
Sure.
Yeah.
OK. Milonga.
Yeah.
Wait a second, I need to tune.
This is a part of our life,
Yeah,
the tuning
sure.
process.
So before you
It's-
play
yeah.
this piece, could you tell us some story about this?
Sure, of course.
Yeah. Of this
Just about the tuning, we're lucky we only have 6 strings because they're predecessors of the guitar. The lute, or theorbo has so
We're
many
so lucky. Yeah,
strings,
not to build-
right? And string pairs, not only like single strings, but pairs, and they have to be carefully tuned. So there's a joke among lutenists, they spend half of their life tuning, and other half of their life out of tune.
来，那个黄老师把这块就是跟我们来再做一下这个
好，
解释。
就是那个他刚才是开玩笑说，因为你看我刚才在给吉他调音，就我们吉他调音特别重要，因为必须要在音准准确的情况下才能去演奏。 尤其是2个人弹奏的时候。那他刚才开玩笑说，他说我们比鲁特琴演奏家要幸运。
鲁特琴。
鲁特琴是一种算是吉他的一个亲戚吧。对，在巴洛克时期，在文艺复兴时期会有鲁特琴。
现在还有吗？
现在还有，但是弹的音乐大家能听到的效果就是很古朴的那种色彩。然后它是复弦。
什么叫复弦？
它一调得调2根儿。而且一般来说，鲁特琴都有比如10几组弦的，所以你知道就是全是琴弦。然后他说他有一个那个笑话，就是说，鲁特琴的一生就是一半时间都在调音，一半时间没调音，就是他们的一生，我觉得特别好。
今天啊，真的就是在整个节目里面，确实有很多那种术语，对，所以说这个中文翻译部分我就交给黄老师了。OK， 对。
So going to the piece, it's called Milonga al Sur, meaning southern Spanish and means southern milonga. Milonga is actually a predecessor to the modern Argentinian tango music.
其实我们今天演奏的作品叫做《南方米隆加》，它的作曲家是阿方索·蒙特斯。然后米隆加实际上是我们可能听到另一个名字大家都熟悉，就是 tango。对，这个大家都知道，所以它是 tango 的一种。
So you can hear this ongoing rhythm like.
The rhythm goes with the tango, right?
Tango rhythm is 1拍、4拍和7拍，嘣吧嘣嘣吧嘣
1, 2, 3,
然后你的 tango 节奏就出来了。
Exactly.
所以就是这个曲子是一个慢速的 tango，就是milonga 的意思实际上是双人的慢速的 tango 舞曲。所以大家能听到我们在演奏的时候就有2个人对话式的那种交流，有很多这样的效果。
Okay. So this song is good for the 2 people play together, right? So it's kind of
Sure, it's like kind of like dancing together.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, or also like make conversation.
Exactly.
2 people.
And we better be in rhythm.
Yeah. Try.
Okay.
Wow. It's great.
Hope you like it.
Yeah, I do like it, and it's two people is talking, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kind of like in the middle, maybe they dance a little while, right, and then sit back and talking. You know, this is what I felt.
Actually, she got the point right. Like milonga or some dancing music is two parts. One is dancing, and then singing.
True.
Oh, really?
And
Yeah.
talking about dancing and two people, you know, it's a common saying in English, it takes two to tango, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
Yes. Text and dance are very important elements of inspiration for music in general.
Yeah, sure.
It's about expression, right? Both of ideas and also of body, of movement, of dance, which creates a rhythm.
Okay, here. You know, the first time I saw Thor, yeah, he was polishing his nail. You know, I was thinking, wow, what he was doing, you know? And he seems like doing this all the time. It's, you know, to be honest, you can say that it's not his first time to do it. So, but after that, you know, I saw Mr. Huang use this sandpaper to polish his.
Same thing.
Yeah, they did the same thing. Okay, wow. Suddenly, and I understand maybe you doing that for, you know, for the
Sound
playing.
production. You see violinist, for example, violin
Yeah.
has a bow, right? It's like touching the string and making it vibrate. So we are actually the sound production of the nail is actually responsible of, you know, going through the string. And if it's very rough, it will be very, well, scratchy sound, right? So it's like we are polishing the nails to have a polished sound. Right?
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so how about the way, have a little break and talk about you two when you started to play classic guitar. So how about let's start from Miss Huang, because he's a local, and I know lots of people, including my husband, he played guitar, but not the classic guitar. So I was wondering, when you start play music, so you just start from the classic guitar, or you know, you start from the guitar then transfer to the classic
Actually,
guitar.
I start from classical guitar.
Okay.
Because I think I'm so lucky that I find a good teacher. My teacher also played classical guitar. So actually, when I was in middle school,
Oh, middle school.
13 years, I think, 13 or 14. My classmate he played guitar, and then I'm thinking maybe I can also try to play. Then I buy a guitar from my teacher's store, and then I study to play by myself, and then go to study under him. So
Okay.
it's about 21, 22 years already.
Oh, all right, because I know your major actually is not music, right?
Yeah, sure. My major is English.
Okay, so yeah, let's say how you two met each other.
3 years, 4 years.
Yeah, 3 years ago, yes.
Yeah, 3 years ago.
Yes, it was in
3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, what kind of chance?
in
I think because of the
Beijing.
Keith, right?
Ah,
Keith?
yeah, sure. Our common friend in Hong Kong, and I made some of my first tours in China in 2015, and actually that was, I don't know if it was that time or later that year. I went to Beijing and taught in Beijing Guitar School,
Yeah,
where we
sure.
met first time.
Because we organized a guitar master class for him. So it's the first time we met each other. I'll be translator there. So we cooperate together, and then we start to do more cooperation. Yeah.
All right，那刚才我们简单的哈，就是聊了一下，就是两位的一个 两位大师的一个学习吉他或者是演奏吉他一个经历哈。我们先从那个黄老师开始说，因为跟黄老师这边也是朋友嘛，其实他自己本人来讲的话，跟我一样是外国语学院是学英语的，对，所以说你看的英语非常棒哈。
好吧，
那
你也是。
但是呢，他就是但是你还比我强啊，我不会其他的那个。
好吧，你有。
对，然后他是从小的时候，他是跟他的一个老师就开始学这个古典吉他，然后这样的话也是20多年的时间。
对。
那然后2位呢是3年前，他们是在通过一个就是大师课这样的一个机会呢，因为黄老师他这边英语很好，他是帮Saul 这块来做翻译哈，是这样的一个机会，2人来认识了。那我想呢，我们的各位观众肯定是想对我们的就是这个今天的主角哈 Saul 想了解更多。那这样的话，那我提几个基本的一个问题哈。We know you come from Iceland. Actually, Iceland is very far from us. We know very little about this country, but we know something about Iceland from this soccer, it's a World Cup.
That's
right?
amazing, actually. 2 years ago when we, I don't know if it was, what was Europe Cup? Okay, it was not World Cup because World Cup is every 4 years. Euro Cup is also like overlapping like this, right?
Yeah,
like this, yeah. So 2016, I think it was a very busy time in my schedule. And I didn't follow. I mean, I like to watch, maybe final games or something like this, And I heard, yes, we entered, and was all, of course, crazy in the news back home. Of course, we were very happy. But then, I went out, I was outside in a dinner party, and some of my Chinese friends, they started to dance some crazy Viking dance. I said, what is this? So you dance this after the football match. It was world famous, in front of all the cameras, in front of all the TV. They were doing a crazy victory dance, Viking dance, So actually, yeah, we become very popular in China, actually, for this, And now, especially after the second time, entering the World Cup, everybody is saying equal Iceland football, right?
Yeah.
They're not asking for our hot springs or for our, football, right?
Yeah. I learned Iceland actually from that. 这样我们导播帮我们放一下这个就是冰岛的地图，我们看看冰岛具体在哪哈。So where is冰岛 in the map?
Small dot. Actually, a funny thing, it's one of the smallest countries in the world, and we're in the biggest country in the world.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of friendship between
your country
Iceland.
is the smallest country in the
No,
world.
I mean, it should be maybe Vatican, I think.
Yeah.
Vatican or Marshall Island, some islands that have maybe, Vatican, maybe 11,000 people only. And
so how long? I mean, how long flight to start from Tianjin?
Well, yes, we were discussing earlier. I remember on my in April now I was flying to New York from Beijing, and I thought I was gonna fly over, thinking in a flat map, I thought I was gonna fly over the Pacific Ocean, but of course, I was just flying north, Harbin, Russia, the North Pole and Canada. So if I would just take this itinerary and just shift it a little bit, I went in my sister's house when I visited her in New York. She has a globe in her house. And I was just looking at the globe, doing a little mathematics, no? If I just change the itinerary a little bit, it's shorter. Shorter flight than to New York. It would be maybe, you could say maybe 9 or 10 hours straight flight.
9, 10
straight
hours.
line from here, straight flying line over the globe, yeah.
Okay,
but
it's still far, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So how many people in the whole country?
3 should be now 320,000.
Oh, 32万。
Like the street in Tianjin.
Yeah.
32万的人口，但是他们的就是真的，我们对这个国家的了解，反正至少我来讲是真的是从这次的世界杯开始，然后也是听说哈，他们的很多的球员其实都是兼职，对吧？他们并不是专业的球员，
没错。
但是我们今天看到的是，也是专业的哈吉他大师，So how about you give us a piece of solo? All right.
Sure.
Which piece you play?
Actually, I think I'm looking at the table here and seeing your
Awesome.
beautiful compositions, which I was playing yesterday in our concert.
Yeah, sure.
And this one, to be continued, and has the beautiful Icelandic coastline
Oh, sure.
on the cover. And very beautiful piece. If you want to hear,
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
yeah. Should have it by heart. You know, this is a very interesting thing. In the before the so-called romantic era in music,
Yeah.
you know, musicians, they used always to read from the score. But after 19th century, it became very fashionable after Franz Liszt, you know, to play by heart. Because then you show more emotional and stuff. And actually it's true, you feel more free, if you will, you know, with, you know, straight from your mind, your heart, your emotions.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Because the composer is
Thank
you,
you.
right?
Yeah, sure.
So
And thank you for your dedication.
Thank you for playing.
yeah. So when hearing it, I was kind of imagining image in my mind is somebody is walking on the beach. Okay, and you can feel that the waves, okay, is coming and come and go.
From the ocean, right?
Right, yeah.
Yes.
And especially at the end part, and the song just like to be continued, yeah, yeah.
Finish, but maybe never
Right.
finish.
Yeah,
Right.
sure. Open-ended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like some movie.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Okay, so for the same song, different people play can have different kind of the feelings, right?
Yeah, sure. Like he played different type, but maybe I play.
Right.
See, it's different.
Yeah.
Right.
Feeling, different
Right.
sound. Different people have different tone quality.
Right.
Different
That's
feeling.
what makes the richness of the classical world. We are many times, interpreting, because I get this question a lot. Aren't you composing? Right? Which is, a legitimately good question, right? But our craft as classical musicians, we're interpreting, we're rendering works of other composers. Some, like him, compose also. We can also arrange pieces, take pieces from other instrument and transcribe it for our instrument.
Yeah, sure. 所以就是有的时候我们那个在吉他演奏的时候，我们可能有时候演奏是吉他的作品， 然后其实每个人都会状态不一样，每个人情感都不一样，像我刚才弹的也是。然后就是我会同一个作品，不同的人弹就有不同的一个怎么说，会有不同的一个人内心的想法传达给观众。然后当然就是吉他演奏也不只是局限于，比如说像这些作品就是直接是写给吉他的，像我写的作品也是只写给吉他的，因为不会写给别的乐器。然后像他说了，我们在演奏的时候也会有一些作品原来不是写给吉他的，但是他后来会改编到吉他上演奏，对，这也是一种诠释音乐的方式。
Okay, so do you have that kind of music that you can show us, like this kind of music they played by the piano before, and later you may find it's being a new feeling if you play by the
guitar.
By the classic
Do you have
guitar.
any piece?
I can play you a passage maybe of, let's say, from solo cello from Bach.
那这块我们说一下，因为就是刚才咱们也谈到了，就是说，比如说他这个就是比如这个 To Be Continued，那么黄老师写的时候就是专门为我们古典吉他写的，但是很多音乐呢，确实是也是之前比如说是钢琴来弹奏，但是我们后来发现通过古典吉他来演绎的时候也是非常美的啊。那现在 Soar 呢，现在就给我们展示一曲，是吧？
他选了一首是原来是给小提琴的作品，巴赫的作品，但是在吉他上大家可以听一下，
好，
另外一种效果。
哇。
Just a few bars, but. So you have, it's actually composed for solo violoncello.
Cello， 对，实际上它这个是大提琴。它这个是这首作品是巴赫的，就写给大提琴的组曲，607号，这是它里面的前奏曲。但这是吉他弹出来的效果。大提琴应该是用功法这样去拉，但吉他听出来的效果会不一样。
That's actually an example which is very comfortably adaptable to guitar because cello has similar register and actually was really masterfully written for a solo instrument because cello is supposed to be like a single line instrument. It's like a guitar should be just accompaniment instrument, right?
Actually more like a piano.
Right. Then you have actually like for example our famous Cavantina, which is actually film music, and it's actually not original piece for solo guitar, right?
But it's for movie, right?
Right. So you have like a melody and accompaniment.
对这首歌也非常熟哈。
就是猎鹿人的 Deer Hunter 那个电影里面的插曲。
那之前就是原先是钢琴吗
The original is what?
Well, actually,
because I only play guitar version.
yes. But the original guitar version actually for the film was actually done in 2 tracks, 2 guitars. For guitar duet, and then it was, I think, then arranged for
transcribed to 1 guitar.
to 1 guitar, yeah. And of course, for high-end film music, it would be more easy for some voicings to keep some voices to play it.
It's more easier to control.
Sure.
Like we do.
Yeah.
就是他原来在电影里面是一个吉他的重奏作品，就一个人弹伴奏，然后另外一个人弹旋律，然后后来有演奏家就 John Williams， 就是那个
一会儿我们会提到，对。
然后他把这个作品改编到了吉他的独奏作品。
But actually, interesting, Asturias, this piece I played here.
This is
original for piano.
这个是这首作品实际开始是给钢琴作品写的 Asturias。
Right, and I actually am. right? So it has this flamenco element, but actually it
flamenco.
is for solo piano. And can you imagine this technique to having to repeat, you know, I'm not a pianist, no, but it's like so idiomatic writing, like guitaristic writing. So you see in other instrument, like for other instrument, this pianist, Isaac Albeniz, who wrote the piece, he was inspired by the flamenco guitar in Spain, right? To write this kind of, you could say texture, this kind of writing for piano, which is not typical writing for piano.
就是他刚才谈这首作品是原来给钢琴写的作品，这是典型的，因为作曲家是阿尔贝尼斯，他是西班牙的钢琴的作曲家。但是比较有意思的是，现在更多我们听到的这首作品都是用吉他来弹奏。所以我们有时候我们自己也开玩笑说，我们说西班牙作曲家好多都有一颗吉他的心，就可能他给钢琴作品，但他其实脑海里面想 ，I think when he composing, guitar should be in his mind. Right.
Definitely, he was, you know, he was in the, you know, the father, you know, it's many times called the fatherland of course, fatherland of the guitar, right?
Yeah, sure.
in Spain, right? Yes. And actually, there were some development, the flamenco music, right? Okay. The flamenco guitar is a little different. I mean, it looks almost the same as classical guitar, but the string, you know, well,
the
action is different and more percussive sound, but
little buzzy. Right.
Yeah, a little buzzy. It's the character of the flamenco. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And today we talk about the guitarist. Okay, you two, and I also want to know the key points for you two to start to learn guitar. Okay, for Mr. Huang, right, your teacher, right?
Yeah.
And what about you? Who's a key person to inspire you to start to learn?
That's a good question. Yeah. I would say my father first.
Okay.
He's like my parents actually.
Yeah.
My father was a songwriter, and he was like composing songs, playing acoustic guitar, and sometimes 6-string guitars, sometimes 12-string guitars. I still have in my childhood memory the sound of 12-string guitars. I was actually working in some guitar shops, no? I was in Shanghai Expo now, and I was like, where are the 12-string guitars? You know, because I remember my father's 12-string guitars. He had 2 of them, you know? You know, he loved that sound, and actually I love that sound too. And so then my mother was a classical pianist.
Oh, okay.
And so they wanted me to. They saw my interest for guitar more than piano. But actually, I started loving piano afterwards. You know, also I listen a lot to piano music. But they saw my love for the guitar, and you know, they both agree. They want me to learn classical guitar. Then I was actually at my uncle's house, and I listened to a recording with the famous John Williams.
John Williams.
And actually, which piece? You may guess.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know my first piece.
What's the first piece?
Which piece in?
导播帮我们把那个 John Williams 的照片给我们。
Also,
Yeah.
my uncle
So
actually played
John
this piece.
Williams,
Also,
right?
I remember.
John
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So actually, what you play is from John Williams, right?
Like performed a lot by him and made. You could say made famous by him.
The piece that you just performed.
Yes.
Early, you know.
Cavatina, you mean this one?
Yeah.
Actually, it's from Stanley Myers, the composer, but it was arranged by John Williams.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's time to stop. So the 45 minutes is very quick. So how about
time flies.
we end our today's show with music also, all right? So how about we play another song, you two can mix it together. Yeah.
We only prepared 2 pieces.
Oh, really?
maybe he play one more.
You know,
you are the man today.
Okay. Maybe in the moonlight.
那好，我们今天的节目啊，就是到这里面了。所以说，我们现在呢，就是让我们的Sower再为我们大家演奏一曲。那这样的话呢，我们今天节目就在音乐中呢结束啊。那谢谢大家的观赏。那么我们下周3再见。
谢谢。